In this story, I share how I learned English in just 5 months. It was not magic. It was a routine that I followed every single day. My journey began when I realized that English was blocking my opportunities. I wanted confidence. I wanted growth. So I made a promise to myself that for the next 5 months, English would be my first priority and everything else would come after that. My first month was all about listening. I listened to English for at least 3 hours daily. I chose simple stories, short videos, and easy podcasts. I did not worry about understanding every word. I let my ears adjust to the sounds, rhythm, and tone. Slowly, familiar words began to appear. My brain started recognizing patterns, and listening became enjoyable instead of stressful. In the second month, I focused on speaking. I created a private routine where I talked to myself for 15 minutes every morning. I described my day, my goals, and my feelings in English. I also shadowed native speakers by repeating their sentences. At first, I sounded strange, but with time, my pronunciation improved, and I felt more confident using English without fear. Month 3 was vocabulary time. I built a list of new words from my daily listening practice. Every day, I learned 10 new words, but instead of memorizing them, I used them in short sentences. This method helped me remember them naturally. I also placed small notes around my room with English words, which reminded me to use English during the entire day. During the 4th month, I focused on reading. I started with simple stories, then gradually moved to articles and short books. I aimed to read at least 20 minutes daily. Reading helped me understand sentence structure, grammar, and new expressions. I never forced myself to read difficult material. I stayed consistent with content that matched my level and interest. In the final month, I trained myself to write every single day. I wrote small paragraphs about my routine, lessons, dreams, and challenges. Writing helped me practice grammar naturally. I reviewed my mistakes weekly and learned the correct forms. Soon, I could express my thoughts clearly. By the end of month 5, writing became one of my strongest skills. One major rule I followed throughout my journey was consistency. Even on busy days, I practiced at least 15 minutes. I never missed a day. Small efforts added up quickly. I realized that learning English is not about studying hard for one day, but studying a little every day. This habit kept my progress steady and my motivation strong. Another powerful strategy was full immersion. I switched my phone language to English, changed my YouTube recommendations, and replaced my music playlist with English songs. This made English a natural part of my day. I stopped translating into my native language and started thinking directly in English. Immersion helped me accelerate my progress. I also tracked my progress by recording a short speaking video every week. In the beginning, I struggled to speak clearly, but after a few weeks, the difference was visible. My pronunciation improved, my pauses reduced, my confidence grew. Watching my progress helped me stay motivated. It reminded me that even small improvements matter a lot. One thing that helped me stand out was creating an English environment at home. I placed labels on objects like door, mirror, bottle, and table. These tiny reminders trained my mind to associate words quickly. I practiced simple sentences with these objects. This method improved my daily vocabulary and made me comfortable using English everywhere. I avoided complicated grammar at first. Instead, I focused on basic structures. After I became comfortable, I slowly added more grammar rules. I learned grammar through examples rather than memorizing definitions. This approach made grammar feel natural and less confusing. I realized that grammar is easier when learned through real sentences. I practiced speaking with AI tools and language partners online. This helped me reduce my fear of making mistakes. I learned that mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake taught me something new. The more I spoke, the better I became. Confidence came from practice, not perfection. This mindset completely transformed my learning journey. Listening to English stories played a huge role. Stories helped me understand emotions, tone, and context. I listened while walking, eating, and relaxing. Stories improved my imagination and gave me natural phrases. I realized that stories are one of the fastest ways to learn any language because they connect emotion with learning. When I felt low or tired, I reminded myself of my purpose. I wanted a better future. I wanted confidence. I wanted to communicate with the world. This purpose kept me disciplined. Motivation starts you, but purpose keeps you going. On difficult days, I did small tasks like listening for 5 minutes. I never allowed myself to break the streak. I joined English groups on social media. I read comments, replied to posts, and observed how people use expressions. This gave me real-world exposure. I saw how English is used casually, formally, and creatively. Social platforms helped me learn modern phrases and daily conversation patterns that are not taught in textbooks. I developed a special routine that became my backbone. Mornings were for listening, afternoons for reading, evenings for speaking, and nights for writing. I did not follow this perfectly every day, but this structure guided me. A routine gives direction. It saves time and reduces confusion. With a steady plan, learning becomes smooth and effective. I also learned to stay patient. Language learning is a slow process. Some weeks felt fast, some slow, but every week brought progress. I never compared myself with others. I focused only on improving myself. This mindset protected my confidence. It helped me keep moving even when progress was not immediately visible. I rewarded myself for staying consistent. After completing a week of learning, I treated myself with my favorite snack or activity. These small rewards made the journey enjoyable. Learning should not feel like punishment. It should be exciting. Rewards kept my motivation high and made the 5 months feel much easier. One major improvement came from shadowing. I would listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately with the same tone. This improved my fluency more than anything else. Shadowing made my speech smooth and natural. It trained my mouth and tongue to match English sounds. After a month of shadowing, my speaking speed improved a lot. Reading out loud was another powerful technique. When I read aloud, I improved my pronunciation and speaking rhythm. It helped me connect reading and speaking. It also made me comfortable with long sentences. I practiced this daily and felt a big difference in my confidence. Reading aloud quickly became one of my favorite exercises. I avoided negative thoughts during my journey. Whenever I felt stuck, I reminded myself that learning is a long road. I used positive self-talk to encourage myself. I said things like, I am learning, I am improving, and I will succeed. Positive mindset made the process easier. It protected me from giving up too early. The breakthrough moment came in month 5. I noticed that I was thinking in English without forcing myself. This was the moment I understood that English had become part of my identity. I could speak clearly, read comfortably, and write confidently. The small daily habits built a strong foundation that transformed my abilities. Learning English is not difficult. It requires consistency, passion, and the right strategies. Anyone can learn English if they follow a simple daily plan and stay patient. My journey proved that hard work always brings results. I built a new version of myself in just 5 months. This story is my proof that English can be learned quickly with dedication. If I can do it, you can do it too. Follow the steps, stay consistent, and trust the process. English opens doors, builds confidence, and creates opportunities. Your journey can begin today. Make a plan, follow it daily, and watch yourself grow every single week.